Hi, I'm Charlene Simon, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to make your first cold process soap. With cold process soap, we need to understand the basics of making cold process soap, the safety and equipment, and the saponification process. With cold process soap, we're going to follow safety procedures, which can be found in detail in one of our other videos in our video library. However, to summarize for our cold process video, you will need gloves, goggles, mask, and an apron. For this recipe, you're going to need apricot oil, olive oil, coconut oil, palm oil, sodium hydroxide, distilled water, and fragrance. The equipment that we'll be using today will be a stick blender, a thermometer, a scale, a mold, and a spatula. The first thing we're going to do is prepare our lye water. We make this first because it takes a couple hours to cool to room temperature. When we mix our lye water, it heats up to approximately 180 degrees. It needs a couple hours to cool down to room temperature. Working with lye can be dangerous. We have an excellent video in our video library that shows you the proper safety steps to take when working with lye. Be sure to watch that video before making your cold process soap so you can work with lye comfortably and confidently. We're now going to mix our lye water. You're going to take your pre-measured water and you're going to add the lye to the water. You always add lye to water, never water to lye. And now I'm going to set this to the side to cool. We're now ready to mix our oils. Some of the oils in your recipe may be hard oils. You'll need to liquefy those to combine all the oils together. To do this, we're going to simply put it in the microwave on 30-second bursts. Now that our oils are melted, we can combine them together in a heat-safe bowl. Now that your oils are liquefied, you're going to want to make sure they're at a temperature between 80 and 95 degrees. Our oils are at 90 degrees. Perfect time to mix your lye in. You're going to slowly pour your lye water into your oils and use your stick blender to mix. You know your oils and your lye are properly mixed when you drizzle a little of the soap on top and it leaves a pattern. This is called trace. Because this is your first cold process soap, you do not have to add fragrance. The soap is just perfect fragrance free. But if you'd like to add fragrance, now is the time. Make sure you thoroughly blend in your fragrance. Our soap is now ready to pour into our mold. Your soap will become solid in approximately 24 hours. That's when you'll be able to unmold it. In the meantime, place it in a dry, room temperature area away from children and pets. Our soap is now a solid and it is ready to unmold. You can use a basic kitchen knife to cut your soap. And I can do a pretty good job with a kitchen knife. But as your soap business progresses, you may want to use a soap cutter, a professional soap cutter. To make a more perfect bar. Today we touched on the basics of cold process soap making, and there are plenty of ideas out there. Be sure to check our video library for intermediate and advanced techniques on cold process soap making.